Okay, the first thing on the agenda is to approve the previous minutes for October 26. If any questions on those minutes?
I want to be accepted.
Second.
If there's no questions, motion made by Mr. Cantu, second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. The next is the payable warrant reports. If there are any questions on those? There's no questions, so
I make a motion we approve the warrant reports.
motion made by Mrs. Lomoff,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion passes. We had an issue with an employee that wanted an extended leave of absence. I wrote a letter to him to appear. Ms. Lolomoff, could you please read that letter?
Okay. On October 26, East Chicago Park Board was presented with a letter from Aaron Faison for extended leave of absence. The board decided to table Mr. Faison's request until we receive more information. The board is requesting Mr. Faison to appear at the next park board meeting on November 9th, and he is not here.
Okay, we have to act on this. How do you guys want to handle it? Mr. Faison did not show up. To explain to us why he wanted extended leave of absence. So I'm asking the
Is he
board.
working?
No, he's not working.
Not working.
He hasn't showed up. Ms. Randy, you want
He
to?
was contacted before? You sent a letter?
Yes, that's the letter that Mrs. Lomoff just read. They were certified and
The next day, I called him on speakerphone with Pashan Patterson as my witness. I called on October 27th at 2:20. I spoke to his wife, asking him to please call the office in regards, we needed to talk to him in regards to his letter. I have never heard from Mr. Faison since. We did send a register letter. He did sign for it. The green card is on file with Laura Vasquez. And that's all I know.
Send him a certified letter.
Yes, we did. And he signed for it.
Mr. Anderson, that's that letter right there that Ms. Lomoff just read, that was written on that letter.
He received it on October 29th. And he signed for it. It's his signature.
Evidently, looks like he doesn't want his job. Right?
The only thing that I know is that on the 22nd, he left the letter to us to give to the board. And then on Monday, he came in and he gave his keys to Laura Vasquez. Laura says, well, you know, Fran is going to turn your letter into the board. She wants to know if you're working today. And he says, no, I'm done as October 22nd, and I have not spoken to him.
What's the park superintendent's take on this?
Why don't we welcome him first, right?
Well, yeah. First, we'd like to welcome you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And the question?
The question from Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, what is your take on Mr. Faison's leave of absence?
I don't have too much information on that, but from what Franny was telling me, that he's not cooperating in the proper way.
If he turned his keys in,
So,
that means he doesn't want to work. I mean,
yeah.
and a certified letter was sent to him.
What kind of recommendation comes from the park department?
Well, since he has not cooperated properly between the administration and the board, and he took other steps to go in other directions, I hate to say it, but my recommendation is to let him go.
Right.
To deny the petition for extended leave of absence?
Correct.
How many years does he have with the park?
That I can't answer right now, Franny. If you know that answer, I don't know.
Well, if he doesn't answer to our request, I don't think he wants to continue working here anymore, okay? So I move to deny the request of extending his absence or leave.
Okay.
With all my regrets, but if you really want a job, you really care about you and your family, you're supposed to come and notify us down there. Say,
Properly.
I need the job. And
Properly.
you give me a chance. But it seems like he doesn't care.
Right.
So I move that we deny it.
Okay,
Say, Joe.
I'm going to abstain.
okay, motion made by Mr. Cantu to deny the extended leave of absence for Mr. Aaron Faison. All in favor? Oh, I mean, motion was made, I'm sorry. Got to be second.
I second the motion.
Motion made by Mr. Cantu, second by Mrs. Lomoff. All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Aye. Motion passes. The absentee, his extended leave of absence has been denied from the board. Would Frank Rosado be notified that the board has denied his extended leave of absence?
Correct, Lori.
Okay. Well, next thing, Mr. Kuby,
I'm back.
you might as well stay up here, you're next on the agenda. Give us a report, Parks.
Okay, the only report I have at this time is I want you guys to be aware of that we did have a fire at the Washington Park garage in our storage unit, and we lost quite a bit of items. And I don't have copies for all you guys can see, but I can pass it around the pictures and what it's going to cost to replace some of these items. I don't have the full report right now because I'm waiting for other reports on the loss of what we had.
Was this the delivery set?
Excuse me?
Someone set this on fire?
We don't have the full report from the fire department yet on what was the cause of the fire,
Wow.
but we lost a lot of playground equipment and all our beach chairs, lifeguard chairs, which were very expensive. And you see the total cost over there of what that's going to be to replace those items in the spring.
I didn't see this in the paper. Was it in the paper?
No, not that I know of.
And when was it, Kuby?
About 2 weeks ago.
Would this be coming out of Park Board budget? I mean, Parks
Yes,
budget?
yes, sir. And those are items we don't have to replace this year, but next year we will have to.
Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Kuby?
This is terrible.
Oh,
I will be asking the fire department for a report
Yes.
to see what was the cause of the fire, if they can determine that or not.
Do you have any insurance for this thing?
No, the city is self-insured.
So none of the equipment has any insurance at all?
No, sir.
self-insured. They have their own insurance.
When did they have to be replaced, all these things?
Probably by next spring or summer, those particular items. But we have not had a report from General Maintenance Groucho on the snow plows that we lost, that were burned in the fire. We didn't lose the trucks, but the plows itself have to be repaired. And we got 2 quotes already, we have to get a third. In the lifeguard chairs.
terrible, and it didn't make the paper.
No.
So you need any recommendation right now or not?
No.
No, I'm just presenting it to you guys to let you guys know, next year what we have to do of the amount of equipment that we lost.
This is the first time it ever happened.
In the 30 years I've been here, we've never had a fire.
So that was.
And it was on my first day of taking over, so.
And no clues to who could have done it.
There's some speculation, but I don't want to say it right now until, the fire department has their report.
The final report.
Yeah.
Any more questions for Mr. Kuby? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, recreation report. I'll leave it out there, please. Just leave it out there. Ms. Fran Nowacki.
Hello again. We got our newsletter out. I gave you guys all a copy. It's all about what happened in October with our senior citizen masquerade lunch and our fight against drugs, the hay rides. We'll be doing this once a month. It'll be like a after view of what has happened in recreation. And hopefully in December, we're going to do a whole year one with pictures and collages. We have our Gurney Meal trip, which is December 3rd. It's a Friday. $15 for East Chicago residents, $20 for non-residents. They'll leave at 7 a.m. in the morning and come back about 6 p.m. in the evening. We have our Caring for Sharing program. The kids did really good in bringing their canned goods and stuff from September till now to the centers, and we're going to be able to make 14 baskets to families from each center. Local 1010 is going to give us some more canned goods and stuff, and they're donating 10 turkeys. And I have someone else has donated some more turkeys to be able to give to the families. And local 1010 will give us some turkeys for Christmas too. And then at Heritage Hall, the North Indiana Healthy Start, they have an office at Heritage Hall. It's room D. And they have a contract here. They want just saying that it's okay that they continue to use it underneath here. So I'm going to present this to Rick.
We don't have to hack on this out,
No.
Okay.
We have another organization that uses it's a program for senior citizens, and she's in Office E, and they do the morning exercise with the senior citizens, and they're there for counseling and stuff like that. They're very good, and they don't really bother anybody. So, but it's a little bit more convenient for people to come there. Sometimes they can't get over to the health department or other places. It's like a satellite office for people.
Okay. Any more questions for Mrs. Nowacki? Okay, thank you. She said you couldn't hear you. Okay, that's it. The next park board meeting would be Tuesday, November 23rd at 4:30. There's no public input. Mr. Escamilla will not be with us for a while. He had an emergency in Mexico, so he had to leave. With that said, I have the motion to adjourn the meeting. Okay, motion was made by Mr. Cantu to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.